back to the local, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Seeing the amount of people, the amount of you guys that watch our videos, that like our videos is amazing, and we thank you so much for doing that. Today with us we have Ben Bamford, our very good friend, somebody that I enjoy doing stuff with around the shop here. I want to have him come in, and we're gonna do an episode where we talk about whatever we would like to talk about. Hey Ben, how are you doing
today?
Hey,
how you doing, Jacob?
Thanks so much for coming in.
No problem. Thanks for having me. We're finally doing it.
Absolutely, we've been wanting to do it for quite a while.
Yeah. I mean, I remember we were scraping floors out front, and we were talking about this exact moment right here.
It finally came, and then I commented on the video last night, and it worked out to where you're here today.
Yeah, man, sure. It's awesome. It worked out. Somebody, couldn't make it or whatever, and I was here working, so.
Oh, yeah. And the other guy, he's coming on later on. He just had other stuff going on. He couldn't be here. I'm happy you're here, though.
I'm happy I could help. Yes, sir.
So how was work today?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was a little warm.
Oh, yeah.
But we got everything done, and I hustled through it, and
absolutely, always.
And I can't wait to get down here to do some of my other stuff too. So
yeah. Do you have a lot going on tonight?
I got a little bit going on tonight. Yep, I got to make some stuff for some 4-H stuff for the fair, and I got some other shirts to make, and I got a little bit of stuff to do every day. So it's good stuff, man.
Absolutely. Are you growing pretty fast back there? Like what's going on?
Yeah, it's starting to. Yeah, so we're starting to take on a lot of orders, and getting people, and people are liking the shirts, and
I mean,
just
a nerdy shirt.
So. And the logo and everything. So
you did these logos. Yes, we should say what he does is he has his own shirt business where he does printing. Do you want to explain a little bit more?
Yeah, I guess we've been doing it, messing around a while, so we kind of know. We kind of make shirts for everybody down here. If you got a fun idea, if you got a business or a club or a team, we make some nice shirts. You can buy the prints. You can put the prints on anything. Just hit us up and let us know what you want, and we'll figure it out and get it done. It's just kind of a small team. It's just just
us two.
Yeah.
Josh, I guess Josh comes in every now and then.
Yep, he helps out. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, we were beginning of the year we were scraping the glue off floors in here.
Yeah.
Now we have every area running.
Yep, everything's cleaned off. Everything's we got the guys out here cutting hair probably right now even. We got podcasting right now. It's happening. It's exactly what we talked about.
Our dreams are coming true.
We kept doing the thing. We kept talking about what we were gonna do as you're gonna do it, and we made it happen.
It's here, and we have Daniel, our production team, sitting over here.
Yeah.
So, Daniel is like the best production team around. He's a one-man show, and I don't know. He doesn't like speaking on or having his voice on camera. I would, wish he would. Whatever. But if you guys want to use his services, reach out to him. I'm sure he'll be in the credits of the video.
Yeah.
Just, since we're promoting everybody around here.
Yeah.
And we have a comic book store upcoming too.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got Nerdiest Comics coming, and we're gonna have a lot of Jose's art on shirts and on all kinds of stuff in there. And we'll let you know as soon as that's ready. So, just keep an eye out. We're going to do more of these episodes. We're going to make some more shirts. We're going to, do some more haircuts. And we're going to keep going,
Oh, yeah.
It's
hopefully
fun.
we'll see you guys down here.
Yeah. Come on down. Yeah. You might catch us in the middle of this, but.
Just don't pull on the door handle. Daniel will probably hit you. Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, how did you grow up? Where did you grow up locally, I assume?
Mostly, yeah. Yeah, mostly. We moved here when I was, I think around 11 years old is when we moved to the area. So we come from Miami, Florida.
Wow. What made you move to Ohio from Miami, Florida?
My dad's mom lived up here, and she was all settled here and stuff, and she had gotten cancer at the time.
Oh, wow.
And we were living in a bad area, so my dad thought it'd be a good idea to bring us up here, and it was the best thing he ever did for us.
Right,
honestly.
I'm glad he moved you up. But I'm saying it'd be hard for me to match moving from Florida to Ohio.
It was kind of crazy. We moved, and it snowed the next day, and that was rough because I didn't know what was going on with that.
Were you wearing shorts when it started snowing?
No, I had pants.
Okay.
I had holes in them, but I had pants. we had a pair, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have many pants in Florida as kids, but we had a few pairs for school and such.
Okay, absolutely. Because I'm trying to imagine you moved to Florida. Moved from Florida to Ohio, just snows the next day. It's probably extremely cold, wasn't it?
It was cold.
Yeah.
Yep. It was, and I never saw an Amish person before. There was.
What was the first Amish person? What was it like seeing them?
Honestly, it didn't really affect me that much. I was just kind of like, what's up with them dressing funny? I was just a kid. I didn't really understand the whole thing. So to me, they were just dressed funny and different, and that was it for me. They talked, and I talked fine with them. I talked different because where I was from at the time, but. Yeah, they were just normal kids on the bus with me, so.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you met them on the bus.
Yeah, on the bus. It was my whole first day of school was, kind of a crazy thing. I never rode a bus to school before. I used to ride my bike, and yeah, it was quite a change, but I adapted. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Meeting the Amish person has got to be that had to be the most uncommon thing, I would assume. Maybe not.
Yeah, probably. That and the cold.
Oh, that'd be nasty. I don't like cold, and I grew up in Ohio my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'd be like moving from Florida. What was like switching the schools from Florida to Ohio? Was that pretty difficult?
It was a lot different.
Okay.
I don't know how difficult it was. Yeah, but it was different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot chiller and mellower up here. So, but I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys moved here. Obviously.
Yeah, because it definitely took us to where we're at now.
Absolutely, and that's awesome. Oh, so you have kids, you have a wife.
Yep.
Got the whole nine.
Got the whole nine, man. I work every day, and I work in Millersburg Electric, and a lot of people that knows me, anybody that knows me knows that probably, and so I've got the kids and I do the dad thing and the work thing and the whole thing. So
you do everything.
I'm trying to I spend a lot of time with them as as a family and stuff.
Yeah.
But here recently, we've been down here working late nights, figuring stuff out, working it out for a while, and they miss me, but they appreciate the grind, and
absolutely
they're very supportive, and it's awesome.
That's good. So, that's very good. Well, you guys are amazing from what it sounds like. You guys.
Well, we try. You just try to be better than the person you were today. You know what I mean? Yeah. Every day you try. You don't always make it, but every day you try. You just got to keep it in mind.
Today I definitely didn't have a day where I was better than I was yesterday.
No. What happened today?
I drove to Columbus to do a repair.
Okay.
To fix one piece of siding. It's a 3-hour drive one way. So I drove 3 hours, put it in one piece of siding, drove home. And on the way home, I had to stop and pick up some supplies, and I thought I took the warehouse people a little bit long, so I might have been, on the ruder side.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's okay. Not really, but
yeah,
whatever.
not really, but whatever.
I didn't really say anything. I just didn't really, whatever.
It just kind of ate you up a little bit.
Yeah, and then you go back out on the road, you're like,
oh, yeah. You got aggressive behind the wheel a little bit.
You can't do that. You can't
do that. It's summer, so at least it's not slick, but but it's not a good look,
It's just terrible.
But we all do it. I do it. Sometimes you get upset and you whip out of the driveway and you take off, but
it's just a terrible look, because afterwards you're always like, what if somebody had hit me?
What if you hit somebody?
True, and hitting somebody else would have been harder.
Yeah, now you just hurt somebody or somebody's family. People make bad decisions every day like that, and they say accidents aren't avoidable, but some of them can be if everybody just minded their P's and Q's every day.
Yeah.
That's
which around here we have a lot of people driving that didn't grow up driving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's a little bit different here than it is most other people.
That's true. Yeah. Some people, some people have the lead foot around here.
Yeah.
They grow up driving tractors, and then they get that fast car.
Oh yeah. That'll put me back into my rant of why we have such slow speed limits. I don't understand. Around here we have such slow speed limits.
They are slow. But it's just because of the buggies and the bikers, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Like people bike a lot around here.
But here's my thought: it's like, take away the buggies, just all get a battery bike that's like 50 miles an hour. We good. You still Amish? I get to drive 60 miles an hour everywhere I go.
Yeah. Why couldn't they make that e-bike into like an e-scooter or something? Like something that'll go 65.
There are. So there's an electric bike or battery bike that will do 85.
85.
I wanted to buy one so bad, my wife wouldn't let me.
Well, no, Jacob, it goes 85 miles an hour.
But imagine pulling a wheelie on an e-bike at 65 miles an hour. Just, oh.
That would be pretty wild. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and
how big is the bike?
This big of a tire. It's just a normal sized bike.
A normal sized bike.
Yep. I'm down.
Jacob Armstrong or what?
I am. But I think it's because we grew up driving horse and buggies.
Mm-hmm.
There was a set that you could only go as fast as the horse can go.
Right.
You were always pushing the horse to go whatever speed that horse could comfortably travel. When you buy a car, it's hard to be like, the speed limit is 55. My car will do 185. Why should I drive to 55?
Right.
And then at a very young age, I went on to construction crews. So therefore, my only thought was to get there fast.
Right. Gotcha.
Because you're leaving at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. You're tired. The more you speed, the more you stay awake.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about the construction crews that you guys kind of work for, because you leave at 3 or 4 in the morning and because you have to pick up like the crew.
Actually, our crew doesn't. Everybody drives to the shop.
Oh, really? Well, that's nice.
We leave straight from the shop.
Gotcha.
And we go to the job site.
Gotcha.
We just have 2, 3, 4 hour drives to the job site.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a kind of a crazy drive, man, in the morning like that.
Yeah,
like
but everybody just sleeps other than the driver.
Yeah.
We're like 5 more minutes away from the shop. Everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
It's
tough on the driver.
Never cuddled so much with grown men as what I did in the back of a work truck. You put a sweatshirt up against him.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
man.
because we're a 5-man crew.
Yeah.
So one guy in the back's got to be in the middle.
Yeah. So
you gotta sleep somewhere.
Yeah, you just get comfortable.
Yep.
That's it. You just got to try to get comfortable in that uncomfortable space.
Absolutely. You got to say no homo every morning.
Yeah, or else it counts.
Absolutely. So that's. I don't know. That probably. I don't know.
So that was the worst part of your day. Then that's not too bad.
That and I was behind on sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last night I was up late. I don't even know why. Just randomly you're up till like 1, 2 in the morning. And just like,
yeah.
And I never drink coffee in the morning. This morning, being as I had to drive so far, I was like, okay, I'll drink a coffee. And I don't know, it made me feel horrible.
Really?
Yeah, I still feel like my tummy's rumbling.
Oh, man. I'm drinking coffee right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I can't not drink it.
I can drink energy drinks like a champ.
Oh, see, I can't do that.
I'll drink 5 of them in a day.
Jacob.
Which ones? Celsius.
Celsius.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, they're...
The blue ones?
No, they're different flavors. So they're the new ones that came out not too long ago. The gas station started stocking them. Oh. They're not quite as strong as like a Bang, but they have like caffeine, 200 milligrams of caffeine in them.
200 milligrams?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they'll get you going.
So, I don't know really what the difference between that and coffee
is. So, like a Bang,
is.
I think, might have like 250. I don't know if you're familiar with a Bang.
No.
Okay. I don't know how many grams.
I know what a Bang is, like as far as the energy drink, but I'd never had one.
So the Ghost is like the strongest one out there. I always ask people why they don't just do cocaine instead of doing a Ghost.
Right.
It's strong. It'll make you shaky.
Yeah, really.
Like you're driving and you're drinking, like you'll start doing
see, I don't like that. I can't handle that. But coffee doesn't do that to me unless I'm like drank a lot of it on an empty stomach or something.
Coffee will do that to me if I have to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the weekend, I probably drink like a pot a day.
Gotcha.
But during the weekdays, I cannot drink coffee.
Yeah.
Because like this morning, I drank a cup of coffee in the 3 hours. By the time I got out, like I stepped down and like I wasn't quite sure where the ground is at.
Oh.
Yeah. Like so.
Oh man. Yeah, that's not a good headspace because you almost kind of get dizzy a little bit probably.
No, so it's just my feet because like I sit here driving, so like my feet don't do anything other than I'll brake and drive.
Right.
So when I step out, I think I just sincerely forgot how to use my feet.
I got you. Okay, yes, I understand. That happens
because
to me.
like mentally I'm wide awake and I'm driving like a crackhead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what it's there for. You got to get there. You know what I mean?
And a 3-hour drive by yourself, even if the other people are sleeping, is way harder than it is if people are sleeping.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the option of waking somebody up. Like, hey. There's nobody else making noises in the truck.
Yeah.
It's just quiet. You're by yourself. And you think way more when nobody else is around.
Exactly. That's the hardest part is just you keep your thoughts because you're thinking. as guys like us, as
Mm-hmm.
fathers and husbands and
Absolutely.
business owners, we got a million things on our
Mm-hmm.
mind all day long. I've been finding myself getting clumsier and clumsier with just certain things, like
Yeah.
bumping my foot or tripping over this or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's like, yeah,
And it's just we think about a lot of stuff.
yeah. So when
But
you're
we have.
driving the long distances by yourself, it really starts
Oh
getting to you
yeah.
because now you're just trying to get home. You know what I
I've
mean?
started listening to funny podcasts.
Yeah.
That's what I do now. Is I just it keeps it because like I'll still think some thoughts, but for the most part, like you kind of it blocks out some of that
Right.
weirdness.
Right. Sometimes I listen to stuff, but then my thoughts will drown it out.
Oh yeah. See, I don't wear I wear a Bluetooth headset all day at work, but I only use it to make phone calls.
Got you.
So I think when I do listen to something on the radio, I don't do it often enough to where I actually it registers kind of what it's saying. Like it's an unusual noise in my ears.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Because I don't listen to music when I'm driving.
Right.
Like anywhere I drive, I don't listen to music. So I think that unusual noise kind of helps me a lot.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine
But
it breaks up what you're usually used to listening to.
Absolutely.
Got you.
But a phone call will put me right to sleep. Like I'll be on the phone driving, and I'll find myself almost falling asleep.
Really?
Because I'm on the phone making so many phone calls a day to where yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
My brother is the minute he's sleepy, he's calling his girlfriend, and it keeps him awake the entire way to work.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't make many phone calls. If he listens to music, he goes to sleep. If I listen to music, I stay awake.
Right. Well, that's what you got to do then. If you're driving tired, then I mean, that's what you ought to do. But I don't know, because it's dangerous driving tired.
It's horrible.
It is real dangerous.
Yeah. And I think in the construction world, it's something that everybody gets so used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nobody out there that drives 5 mornings in a row, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, that doesn't get tired.
Right, especially like that.
Just,
going and then doing an entire house and then having to drive.
Absolutely,
it's rough. Yeah, I can imagine that.
But it's also it's a lifestyle that a lot of us have grown to love, and it's something that is addicting. The grind of getting up every morning and going to work. I say it was harder than it was to kick drugs. It's way more addicting than it was when I quit doing drugs.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Because on drugs, you go through your withdrawals, you go whatever. I mean, I understand it's not as easy for everybody. I'm not saying stopping doing drugs is easy, but for me, it was easier than stopping construction.
Right.
Because
as far as your experience goes.
Yes, my personal experience. Right. Because kicking drugs isn't by no way, shape, or form easy. I have friends who've never been able to do it, but I quit at a younger age, which was a benefit for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I had the common sense to quit at that age.
Yeah, you must have ran into somebody who cared about you and tried to ring your bell.
I tried. I think it comes back to there was one guy that I knew growing up that used to do drugs. From 14 on, I met him. I had I was riding a horse and got bucked off, and he was a chiropractor, and he was working on my back, and we were talking about doing stuff, whatever. And then he started talking about drugs. And I kind of told him, what I was doing, blah, 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 blah. And he told me that it's a horrible thing to do. It will take your life, it will take your money, it will take your friends. Okay, I had started maybe 4 months before that. It was still fun. I think that kind of rung in my ear. And then as it got a little bit worse, I'd be I bet it still isn't what he said it is. You can always find excuses until one day you reach rock bottom. And I believe at that point you can either go get help or you can go further.
Right. Right.
And luckily, for whatever reason, I decided it's time to quit this. I'm done.
Well, that's good. We're glad you did that, Jacob. Because it's a hard thing to do. It's one of the hardest things I've heard people can do. I don't have such a problem like that, but I been addicted to cigarettes and stuff like that. I kind of get the addictive personality for sure. I understand and I know how hard it is to kick anything like that.
And I think seeing my friends die, I think that had a lot to do at a very young age, because I was 14 when I started and 18 when I quit. So it at 18 when somebody dies, it registers a lot more than at my age. If I'm not saying I'm not sad when my friends die, but it's different.
Right.
At this point, we now understand more of life. Yeah. We understand it's a part of life, At 18, it doesn't look like that.
No.
It's all like, poor me, they're no longer here. I think that really made a difference in my life.
Sure.
And the other thing is like seeing people who had gotten sober, the life that they were living. I thought it was insane. You know, how could somebody wake up every morning and not have to do drugs, not have whatever, like, what, you've slept more than 6 hours and you're not dope sick? Like, what's going on here,
Right.
And now I wake up every morning like, I want to sleep more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's good though, because sleep is awesome. So, and when you can enjoy your sleep, it's nice. When you can rest easy and sleep in peace is nice.
And I think that's the other thing is, like, as a drug addict, you do so much bad stuff that, like, in the back of your mind, there's always somebody after you.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of the drugs will make you trip, will make you paranoid, and you always know you're breaking the law.
Yeah.
So there's always the chance of going to jail.
Well, sure.
Why do I want to go to jail? I don't like being confined. I'm very claustrophobic. So small spaces, I don't do well in them. Yeah. The thought of me going to jail was always terrifying.
Well, yeah, I mean, that should be,
right.
And it doesn't scare everybody.
No, it doesn't.
People don't care. They're not afraid to go to jail.
They're like, well, this is, and it's different cultures.
Yeah.
Then I grew up Swartz and Trooper Amish, so it was frowned upon. This wasn't the culture of where it was even semi-accepted. Where, he has a problem. It's okay. No, it's horrible. You can't do that here. So I think, like, it brought more complications than what, depending on what influence I would have been around, it would have been way harder to quit. When I quit, people were so supportive.
Well, that's the biggest thing, is having supportive people. Right. That's a huge help. Some people take it for granted that they have this support structure behind them that can hold them up, and they still fall through because, either they weren't ready or they didn't care, or you got to have a certain amount of gratitude
That's big.
To the people around you and the people who are telling you they love you in your worst possible state. That's a support system.
Oh yeah, and that's a crazy support system.
And if you don't have that, it's hard. Like I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's way harder.
Yep.
You really got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps if you don't have that. You can do it,
but it takes a heck of a man to do that, or a woman,
a heck of a person. It does, and like. Yeah, I mean, and really, I commend anybody out there that's ever gotten over anything like that, and because it's a daily battle, and I'm sure for you it's every day.
Right. I think, like, at this point now, like, there's more pros than there are cons to not doing drugs. Like, when you first get out of rehab for the first 2-3 months, as you're relearning life, so, like, all of a sudden you have to get up every morning and go to work. You have to whatever your job is, you have to physically do labor. Whereas before you might have sold drugs, you might have, whatever. Like, you didn't have to get up at, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and your days were broken into partials. You would sleep a little bit here, you would sleep a little bit here, or you would always be under the influence of sleep. So maybe your thoughts shut off. Now all of a sudden you have to fight those. So, in the beginning it would have been way easier to just go back. But I had people around me, like I had a friend who literally told me, it's like, you go back and I'll kick your ass. I was afraid of him. He's a big dude. Yeah. And I knew he would do it.
Right.
I was like,
that's good.
I want drugs, but I don't want him beating me up.
Well, sure. Yeah, that should be a good motivator.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I knew he was always in my corner.
And the fact that he would do it makes him a good friend. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't trying to be mean. He was
not
genuinely worried about you. And, and that's the only thing he could think of to do to help you.
Yep. And so he took me to the gym. It was because of him I met Jose. We would go work out, and then he's like, dude, like, I know, because I was a little fighty when I was younger.
Sure.
And he's seen it a few times, and he's like, just go train.
Yeah.
So I met Jose through that. I met you through Jose. I met Daniel through Jose. Yeah. And it's all been a big part of my journey, and it's like, to him, I'm very thankful for him. He truly helped me so much.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's still, like, to this day, we're still very, very good friends.
Well, good. I suppose so, because he helped you and you're a grateful person. Yep. So, yeah, and I mean, meeting Jose and him helping you out was probably good.
That was the best thing.
Best thing too, because Jose's a great guy.
Met Ricky through Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys watching, you don't know Jose Burgos, you're missing out.
Yes, sir.
He's an incredible human being. Like,
And
you wouldn't understand him. You got to meet him. Come down here to Nerdy's. Amazing artist, amazing barber. When the comic store opens up, you got to check out some of the art. He's an amazing guy, and we're only here all because
of him.
because of Jose. We all met through Jose. This
Yes.
whole thing through Jose. This is part of his brainchild. You know, this is like
This is Jose.
yeah. He brought us together as a team, and you know, it's awesome.
It is. It's amazing, and he's also the best barber. The
Yes.
best barber in town, maybe in Ohio, maybe in the country.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But definitely in Nerdy's.
You other guys are. I'm sure you're good. I don't know.
No,
Honestly,
they're all
don't.
great.
I've never gotten a haircut from you, so
They're all great. Yeah,
They
they're
are,
all
yes.
great. Yeah, Greg and Caleb and Josh, and
yes,
there's gonna be another kid coming in. Yeah,
amazing. From what I hear, they're amazing
they are.
barbers.
I
yeah.
mean, they can do that.
Oh yeah, and
For sure.
anybody can do this. But, you know, the beard. I don't like. That's the thing with the beard. Like Jose is the only person I will ever touch my beard. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's tons of amazing barbers out there.
Sure.
Do you know like what angle to do this? Like I don't know, there are angles involved in it, but like, do you know how to? I don't know.
No.
I'm not willing to risk it because if it gets messed up, now I gotta be bald and bald.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm jumpy.
You look like Dana White.
I know. And if it comes with the money though, I will. Oh, that's fine.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you see the slap fighting?
The slap fighting. Yeah, the UFC stuff. Oh yeah, I see that stuff all the time. Yeah.
I kind of feel like
You're
be
gonna
fun.
you try it out.
I don't know.
You're gonna fight somebody in somewhere in the gym or something. You're gonna try it out.
I've been looking at Harvey.
Yeah. Your brother.
Yeah, Harvey's my younger brother. Just what? Like I don't know. I feel
Well,
like,
just make sure he doesn't see it coming. That
True.
would be the best.
and he's tall, so I don't know. Like the angle, I don't know. Like, does that matter?
Oh, sure. Yeah, probably a little bit. I don't know.
But they need to do it in rounds.
Yeah, but if he's not
You know,
looking,
so-
you get him in one. You know? That's
Because
me, though.
They flip a quarter
Uh-huh.
to find out who slapped first.
Okay.
But like, do like a 3-round. You know, like you hit. If you get knocked out, okay, no, you get heads up next time. Best out of 3.
Gotcha.
I mean, you'd probably be brain dead at the end of it.
I mean, with any
So
luck,
goes life.
you know, you might have been brain dead before you started. You know what I mean? Like, shoot.
Possibly.
Yeah.
They say it's the most, like, you get more concussions than you do in any other sport with that.
That slap
sport,
fighting?
yeah.
Oh, I believe it. I can absolutely believe that. 100%. Because the way they hit you and the way your head shakes, you're not
And
supposed
those are
to do
some
that.
big boys.
Yeah, there's some big hits, man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
No.
Nobody. Like, no way.
If I have to go against one of them, I'm out.
Yeah.
I walked out. Like, I'm not even here.
Yeah, that's crazy to me,
Yeah.
man.
My name is not Jacob anymore.
It looks fun to watch, but, you know.
Absolutely.
I think for me, I would rather jump in the cage than do that. In my opinion, like I
The only
I
fear
hate
I
getting
have-
slapped like that.
Like, I hate broken bones.
Yeah,
So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like somebody would probably grab my arm or my shoulder and break something.
yeah,
And I don't know. I like to punch people in the face. I think boxing would be probably
Yeah.
my preferred.
yeah.
I don't know.
To actually like get into try,
Yeah.
like doing. Yeah, I
Doing
get
something.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
but, I mean,
There's downsides to everything.
yeah,
I think I would like to play football.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is there any
tackle people.
place you could do that at? No?
I don't even know. I can't even run that far. I mean, I can, but I don't know that I can run that fast. So probably not.
Well, you'd have to do some training though.
Yeah.
You'd have to train. You'd have to get ready before you
Yeah.
even started.
And
trying
I'm
to-
shorter, so I assume I'm always getting picked on in football.
Yeah.
Because, like, football dudes are big.
Yeah,
They're like Bradley Martin big.
Bradley Martin. I'm not sure who Bradley Martin
Sioux
is.
culture, raw talk. He's the guy that was lifting the girls during COVID, benching them.
Can't think I know
Okay,
what you're talking
big juice head. Like, big dude. Like, 6'4", 260 pounds with a
What's his-
6-pack.
What's his name again?
Bradley Martin.
Bradley Martin. No, I know Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall?
Imagine having to play football against him.
No.
No.
No, thank you, dude.
Like, he comes and you just lay on the floor, lay the ground, just.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. You get the touchdown. There.
High five.
That's fun. You know?
Do we have more helmets and pads? I need an extra layer.
Yeah, I need an extra layer. Yeah.
Hey, coach, I'm out. Do you see my limp?
Oh, shoot,
Would
man.
that be? But he says he'd rather be smaller.
Really?
I've watched a lot of his TikToks.
He'd rather be smaller, huh?
Yeah, he said he's too big.
That's
He's
interesting.
Like, the only thing he could really do is bodybuilding or like strongman stuff.
I mean, I could see that. I could see how you get tired.
And like that's the only sport that he really could get into.
Mm-hmm.
But he's fast though, decently fast. I want to see him and Eddie Hall and the Beast. I think that's his name. Iranian Hulk. The big dude that they were planning a boxing match at one point.
I got you. Is that the guy that found out to be fake with the fake muscles? Which one was that?
I don't know.
It was one of them guys.
Liver King.
No, not Liver King. This was one of them Iranian Hulk guys.
Was he? Did they have a shaved head?
I don't remember. I know there was like an actual Iranian Hulk, and there was another guy who like.
Did he have big arm muscles?
Yeah, he was like big all around, but it was all like fake. But there's a real guy, but then there's the fake guy.
This was the guy that played in the movie series.
Oh, then it was not the guy I'm thinking of, probably.
What is the movie called?
I don't know.
I'm sure you know of it. It's the biggest movie around for a long time. It's about different colonies fighting each other. In like a medieval type.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. See, you gotta look that up for us because we don't know what that is. You know, we don't know what it is. I have no idea what we're talking about. The movie.
It's like there's a short guy that's useless. There's 7 different kingdoms.
You ever heard of that movie? It's a big movie.
Okay, maybe I'm getting movies.
Is it?
There's a book about it as well.
Like Lord of the Rings or something?
Yes, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I probably got the entire preface of the show wrong.
I don't know. I think maybe you did, Jacob. I think maybe you did a little bit. Yeah, I think you did a little bit.
Because I was watching, I thought it was Lord of the Rings. Something with one of my friends, but I hopped in like, I think the last season. So like I only got like the final part of it. And I just remember there's a lot of random stuff going on.
There's a lot of I don't think I've ever watched them all entirely.
Okay.
You know, I've watched bits and pieces of it, and I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure what it is. I like it. It's got the orcs and the elves and the stuff like that, and the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had the Golem character.
Is that where the lady with the dragons came from?
The lady with the dragons. You're talking about like now you're talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's the movie I was talking about the entire time. Game of Thrones
is what you were talking about the entire time.
Iranian Hulk was in Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
But I watched Game of Thrones.
Got you. Yeah. I only got to watch like the first season of Game of Thrones. I never watched it since, but I've heard it was really awesome.
I watched it one Sunday with one of my buddies. I watched part of it.
Really?
It was amazing. I've never gone back to rewatch the entire thing.
I watched stuff like True Blood. Back in the day, I was watching True Blood. You ever watch True Blood?
Is True Blood the cop show?
No, it was a vampire show. It was an old cheesy HBO vampire show, but I loved every cheesy second of it. It was so funny.
What is the cop show that Ice-T?
Ice-T, that was.
It's still on.
Law and Order.
Law and Order. Yep, that's an amazing show.
Yep.
I used to watch a lot of movies like that.
Yeah.
I don't really watch movies anymore.
I don't watch too much.
And if I do, I come home to wife watching some like Christmas romantic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I like to sit down and watch it. If the wife's into it, I'm into it.
Oh, Married at First Sight.
Yes,
Me and Harvey actually got into that.
I love trash TV like that. Married at First Sight, 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, all that stuff. I love it. I'll eat it up. I don't care. Give it to me. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed it. Oh, I always thought the guys were trash for the most part.
Yeah.
And like that was what made it fun. But then like as I watched more and more of it, like I got tired of it.
Yeah, you get tired of it quick, but I loved it.
Like an entire Sunday. We watched Married at First Sight. Me and Harvey come home. We were outside doing something. Came in and the girls were watching it. And I was like, hey, all right, what's we need to plan? Harvey's like, no, we want to sit here. I was like, okay, we watched it. We got way more into it than what the women did.
Yeah.
For like one Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we watched 90 Day Fiance. And it's The Ultimatum. Did you watch Ultimatum?
I don't think I've seen that one yet, no.
That's probably the trashiest one of them.
Is it really?
But it's also most interesting.
Yeah.
Like they're doing drinking, whatever, like, all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, I just love this kind of show. And you know what? I used to I used to really like to watch these other ones back in the day. You guys might, I don't know if you know, but it was like all those reality love TV shows, like Rock of Love, I Love New York, Flavor of Love. Like, oh, I
Was
watched
that Flavor Flav show?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I've
I
watched.
watched like all the seasons of that stuff, dude.
Where,
Like, I don't know why. I thought it was hilarious. I loved it.
yep, where he always had like a big clock
Oh
on.
yeah, that was his thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know who he is, right?
I actually don't.
Flavor Flav was like a big hype man for hip hop, like back in the day, man. Like that was always his shtick. You know what I mean?
He wore a big. I see.
Yeah, he was a hype man for a big famous rap group back in the day. And like so, but that show was kind of like a revitalization of his character, and because it's hilarious, you know, everybody loves Flavor Flav, you know. Flavor Flav.
And he'll always say, "Why didn't you just keep it real?"
Yeah, you know. But all that
Show me
stuff.
some love.
Yeah, all that stuff was hilarious.
Yeah.
I love this, and then you got to watch all the spinoffs. Like, you know, that New York lady was on that show. She had a spinoff, I Love New York, and she had like 2 or 3 seasons of that.
Wow.
Then a couple of guys on that show went off and did some stuff. Like that reality TV show just kind of like fingered out, you know what I mean? But only some of them were like really good. Like that Bret Michaels show was just, it was god awful, but it was so funny. Oh, Sharon Osbourne did one. Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne's wife. You know Ozzy Osbourne.
I don't know. I know an Ozzy, but it was a horse.
Yeah, that's not okay. This guy. This guy's like a super like heavy black metal guy, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Rolling off the rails on a crazy train.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he did that. You know heard that song? But anyways, but his wife had a charm school.
Okay.
So she took all the craziest ladies from all of these I Love shows, put them on one show in one place, and tried to like revitalize and revamp everything.
No.
And
that had to be fun to watch.
It was fun to watch.
I think I need to go home and watch it.
It was crazy insane, and it was awesome.
Yes, but okay, like, and it's always like what I've noticed in the like Ultimatum. It's always the couples that are like when they come into the show, they're so committed.
Yeah.
They always break up.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They always cheat on each other, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but they do that on purpose.
For sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, you can't take anything for real in them things, but it's always funny, like. Yeah. Like, you know, if they could switch it up and make one of them work out every once in a while, it'd be nice.
It's amazing.
But, you know.
They actually, the one thing about Married at First Sight, there were actually a few of those couples that did follow-up interviews where they're still together 4 or 5 years later.
Oh, that's cool, though.
Yeah, so that was actually
neat.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were also couples that went through nasty divorce.
Right.
There was I think there was even a TV show that was about, like, their lives afterwards. I'm pretty sure.
Well. Wow, I wonder what that would be like to see that.
It was way crazier than Married at First Sight.
Is it like a train wreck? Crazy?
Yeah. Like people hitting each other, you know, just.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. And because like a lot of the Married at First Sight original cast were like green card marriages.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Which I don't know if they truly
the K1 visa stuff.
Yes, but they were. Oh, that's the way that like it was portrayed on the show. So in the next one, the ones who were married, the like. Women or men were using it like against their partners.
Oh god!
They were using
that's
it
nasty.
Yeah, like
they were getting nasty with it.
Oh yeah, you straighten up or
you
gone.
Wow. Well, I mean,
but I don't think they truly were because they all spoke like they
like it was a made up scenario.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
Right.
It couldn't be.
Right.
Because there's no way legal that would ever fly.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe. I don't know.
I don't know how that stuff works. I never looked into it. I don't know how it works, but I know people use that as a threat all the time. Like that 90 Day Fiancé show, that was always thrown around.
Oh yeah, like
that Muhammad character. Golly.
And the amount that like these older, I don't even know what show this is. Where it's like bigger women. I think I might be thinking of maybe the same show. It's like a lot of bigger women.
Mm-hmm.
That are older and rich. Or no, it's also men. It's basically like the bachelors from America, and they're rich, and nobody really wants them here. So they go overseas and get married, and then they did a TV show on that.
Gotcha.
That one gets wild.
Is that the Ultimatum one?
No, that's not even an Ultimatum one. I don't even know the name of that one.
Because that's kind of a crazy one. Like.
But this is like.
That seems like a tale as old as time.
They show up and they find out the guy or woman has like 1 or 2 other boyfriends beside them, one episode, two people from America go meet the same person. It's amazing. It's a train wreck.
Really?
So fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Amish Mafia was fun to watch.
Yeah. Did you watch Breaking Amish?
I did not watch that.
Okay.
I haven't. What channel was it on? I don't even know what. I mean,
I think it was on TLC.
Okay.
I believe.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, they're still doing episodes. I was actually talking to Johnny from Breaking Amish for a while. Barbara actually is on Breaking Amish a long time ago.
Barbara was.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah.
Wow.
They shot at her mom's farm.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's kind of neat.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
I didn't know that.
Barbara's cousin was a main character, Marie, on that show for a long time.
Okay.
She's back. She's Amish now, married, has a husband.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's wild. So that's kind of crazy that they let the cameras follow them around though.
But like none of those homes are. Most of those homes aren't actually like the actual homes of like the way that it's portrayed to be.
Gotcha.
Most of the time, like even the Amish people are characters.
Okay.
So it isn't.
Like when you go down to where's that town? In Coshocton. When you go down to Coshocton, and you go to that little German village or whatever they got down there. You know what I'm talking about?
You're not thinking of the mullet farm, are you?
No.
Okay,
No.
I was gonna say that's real.
No, this isn't Coshocton. This is just off of 36 there.
30 is what? Do they have like a boat on a canal there? Oh, it's beside the road. Yep, Ann was telling me about it. There's like a bunch of old malls there.
Yeah, it's like an old style type town, and all the workers kind of dress up in like, old.
Ann was trying to get me to go there. Is it pretty good?
Roscoe Village.
Roscoe Village. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only done work in the area, so I've never really like vacationed or hang out. I think one of my sons did a vacation there, or a field trip for school. Yeah,
absolutely.
And he said it was pretty cool, so you'll have to check it out. I've never been.
I need to. Ann said they have a lot of cool stuff there, so I should actually go check it out someday. Yeah.
But that's what that reminds me when you say like some of them are actors. They're just dressed like that.
They're all paid actors.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
So, like they come from the Amish.
Right, but it's just telling a story. Just
yes.
From
the frustrating thing being from the Amish is a lot of it is so exaggerated. And then you have complete non-Amish people approach you, assuming that's the way that it is, and you're like, "That's so exaggerated," And it kind of paints. They seem to paint a negative view of Amish people.
Sure.
Which is everybody's opinion. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I'd still love to sit down and talk with anybody from them. I think it'd be amazing. At one point, I was like, I'll be on the show when because I could be, just grow out some hair and I can do that.
You can.
Growing out the hair part's gonna take a minute, but
just shave your mustache right there. Yeah. You're already good to go, man.
I'll just put on a hat, a little wig. Like I'll be the Amish dad.
I'll get in one of them ones with the curly ones.
Me and you, we both go. Like you.
You think I could go? Oh, I can't. I mean.
But you'll get rid of the mustache. And then you'll wear like an Amish. You good? We'll be the Amish dads in a scenario. Our daughter tells us they're leaving. We're like, oh no, I gotta. And then we're done.
That's it.
That's
all we gotta do.
I'm just painting a scenario.
How much does that pay? I don't
know.
I'll shave the mustache for a good amount.
Yeah.
I will.
But I think they pay a lot in vacations.
A lot of what?
I think a lot of their pay is in vacation.
It's in vacations.
Like you get to go down to Florida, like your entire month or two that you're down there is all paid for.
Yeah.
The clubs, the bars, the restaurants, the house you're living in, and you still make some money on the side.
And that's while they film the show, right? Got you. So
but they also provide airfare to get there, to go home. Because if you actually worked on it, I truly think you could further your reality TV career with it. Because it is a big show.
Is it?
But a lot of these people they're bringing in are just they just left or whatever. It's a cool idea.
Right. Huh.
But yeah, the director is ex-Mennonite.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there had to be some way they had them into it. There had to have been some way. Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it had to been some way they got into it like that.
Because you have like
That's neat though. That's neat though because it
absolutely.
brings light to them, and
Oh yeah.
hopefully it doesn't portray them in too bad of a light.
It
You know,
doesn't, and they have
but
to
they're
do it that way for TV.
right.
Like it's not like
Sure.
they're
But
not,
they're people too. You know, they
yeah,
get into stuff just like we get into stuff.
absolutely.
You know, people forget like they're out there doing their thing
They're doing,
too.
oh
you know?
yeah, don't get
They're
yourself.
doing their
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Like don't show up to the Amish place assuming you can party harder than they can.
Right. Oh,
Like,
for sure.
that might not be. I mean, you might be, but also might not be the case.
Right. For sure.
But yeah, it's I like the. I would like to. I actually met one of the people. Forget his name. He lives locally. Grew up close to Dundee is where he grew up at.
Uh-huh.
It's my boss's brother-in-law's sister, or
Gotcha.
brother, is his name.
Yeah. Well, cool, man.
But yeah, well,
But this has been awesome.
it has. We need to do these like once a month or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we just start your own podcast.
Well, I don't know about that, Jacob. I'm still nervous from start coming into this one. So
it went amazing.
yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's fun, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just to get together and talk and hang out and stuff is cool, man.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we finally got the chance because, like I said before we started, it's like we were
talking on it.
I remember one night we sat in this exact room.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know, these weren't even the same chairs. I don't know. I don't remember. We were just in here
Yeah.
hanging out and talking exactly about how everything was going to look, how everything was going to get set up. And then, you know, we were out here.
Yeah.
You know, Jose and I were talking about where's everything going. And it was just, it's such a crazy ride. It seems like it's been going on for a long time.
It does.
But we've just started.
Absolutely. You know? And I'm very excited to see what the future is of this.
Yeah.
It's got to be big if we all continue working together.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing the way like the set has changed from when we started
Yeah.
to now.
Yeah.
We've shot 5 episodes, I think. So I mean, it's just crazy. Like,
And I had bought that raggedy
Yeah.
flower.
it's still right here.
No. That was it's gone. It's
Oh
gone.
yeah,
It's even.
we had a live. Do we have a live?
We had a
flower
couple
maybe?
live flowers
Yeah.
in here, and you know I come back to check on them, and the one was alive, and the other one was dead, and I was like, I'm just gonna take this one home, see if I can save its
Did
life.
you save it?
I don't know. I don't recall. I don't think we did. I don't think we
Absolutely.
did. That one was gone. But then the other one I took home and it did fine. I don't know what it was, but it was okay without water for
Yeah.
whatever. So
It worked.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
no,
it's been really cool. I'm glad we got the team that we got together. I'm glad we got the support that we have
Yes.
from like, you know, everybody on my side, everybody on your side, everybody's side's coming together on this. And I think it's really awesome. We got a great group of people. We got a great community.
Yes, we do.
You know.
Yeah. It's
And-
amazing the way that like you think the Amish or ex-Amish community isn't recipient of this. All I hear is good stuff.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they're all excited about it. They think it's cool.
Yeah.
So that's been amazing.
Yeah. And you know, every person I tell that we've got going on here,
Mhm.
I say, "Oh, we got a barbershop down here." And they're like, "Oh, really? That's cool." I'm like, "Yeah." And then also we got a podcast room, and they're like, "What? Really? You do
It blows their
podcasts?"
mind.
And we're like, "Yeah." And then we're gonna have a Nerdy's comic book store. And they're like, "What?" They're like,
Yep.
"Yeah." And I make shirts out of the bag for everything. And they're like, "You gotta be kidding me! What is going on?" And we're like, "Hey, we're just a bunch of dudes trying to get together and just make a whole thing work for everybody. That's all."
This is more or less like all of our. This is our fun time. This is the stuff that we do when we're not at work. This
Yeah.
is our way to relax, to wind down, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
But it's still a side hustle. It's still a grind.
Yes.
You know, we're still trying to do it, but we're trying to do it in a professional way.
Mhm.
You know, like this product comes out good. You know, my product comes out good. We
your
have
product comes out amazing.
Yeah, we
and
have
obviously the camera skills, the editing skills of this
I mean,
over the
Daniel,
top.
the content genius. Is
I
like,
know.
You know, I
Like-
mean, without him, I don't know how it wouldn't look this good. You know,
this wouldn't be here.
you can't rely on me to mix the sound. You know what I mean?
Well, like you can't rely on me to do run a camera or run sound. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so basically, what we're saying, Daniel, don't leave.
yeah, we were joking around because I tried to do the sound one night and it didn't
It did.
work out. No.
I didn't see like, from my aspect. Like I think like when he shows me completely uncut, unedited footage, I'm like, this is amazing. This is what I thought the very first time he showed me.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is how it's gonna look. Like, and then he's like, but I still have to edit it. I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, it's gonna get better? Like, how? It can't get better.
It can't get any better.
Yeah. So this is awesome. It's been awesome having you here.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here, man. It was awesome.
Perfect. All right. Well, everybody can find you. Ben Bamford is where they find your page for shirts.
On Facebook, yeah, you can get a hold of me. Message me on Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if it's
Blue Dogs, I think.
Blue Dog Cloco on Instagram. You can check out some of the stuff there that we make and everything. You can send me a message. If you see something you like, let me know. You know, we'll figure it out. But send me a message. We'll get started on working on stuff. Whatever you need. You know, shirts, tumblers, hoodies, sweaters.
He can do anything. Just send
about
him a message about whatever you're thinking of. I mean, if you're thinking of painting your house, send him a message and ask him if he can make shirts for it. You know,
yeah.
Just whatever you're doing.
Yeah, even if you need good new shirts to paint with, I got you. You know. But if cool ideas and all that stuff, but whatever, man.
And you can do pretty much any logo that they send.
Also,
I wanted to say Jose is able to design any logo you guys want,
yep.
or change up anything you want in your logo. So, well, thank you so much for coming in.
No
thank
problem.
You guys for liking, viewing, commenting, subscribing, and we're out.